Shalom. I want to start off by giving all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, Ba'Hashem Rachakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders who rule well, and shalom unto the hopeful elect, scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. So Yasharallah, today I want to talk about lust. Lord willing, we can make this lesson edifying for the hopeful elect. All right, we're going to talk about the spirit of lust, and we're going to talk about these traps that these women are setting out here. So right here you see an illustration of what a woman's supposed to look like. You see, women are supposed to be covered up from head to toe. All right, women are supposed to have their head covered, and you're not supposed to be able to see the curves on their body. You see, because that's going to cause lust in men, right? And what else the scriptures say? That women have to submit to their husbands, right? So very simple rules right there, man. But these women nowadays, they're doing the exact opposite, because Esau, Edom, has set up a system for the woman to be over the man, and for the woman to be sexually liberated, and for the man to be sexually oppressed. You see, it's the exact opposite of the scriptures. Because in the scriptures, the man can have as many wives as he wants, as he can afford, right? And women can only have one man, and she has to submit to that one man and be covered up. You see, we live in backwards society. You see, this is why this place must be destroyed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahawashi. With fire, it must be purified. All right, because we don't see this every day. This is a little glimpse of what we're going to have in the kingdom, man. This is righteousness. All right. Now, maybe some of them might be wearing makeup. I don't know. Maybe this one. But the point is, for the most part, this looks good, right? But now we're going to get some pictures, some illustrations, right? You got women out here that, good looking women, long hair, good looking face, body, and all that. And they got their chests hanging out, you see, for the whole world to see, makeup, and you know what else? I don't know if this woman's married, but I guarantee if she was, her husband ain't gonna approve of her taking pictures like this for the whole world to see. You see? So, this right here is wickedness. All right? And then right here, we got women that are, less than attractive, just regular, this one kind of looks like, she's been through some rough times. And look what a little makeup and fake hair could do. You see? And look at this one. Look at this hog right here. You see that? Ain't no brother out here gonna go for that. But look, a few hours of bullshit, fake hair, fake lashes, fake this, fake that, fake everything. Even fake teeth and putting that in there, and boom. You see? Now she too can go out and make men sin. You see? So with that, I want to start off with Sirach, chapter 25 and 19. All right? Because I ain't going to go off on women too long. I really want to bring this back to the brothers and let us know what we can do to avoid these evil traps set out here by these women, which ultimately is Esau, and then ultimately is the Lord himself on the left-hand side. All right. So with that being said, Sirach 25 and 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. You see? Because, what can a woman do? Doing all this stuff right here. A regular average chick right here could do this, and she could sleep with a new dude every day for the next 10 years. Guaranteed. You see? So she's committing 3 sins here. She's committing adultery. What's that scripture that says there's 3 sins that the woman's committing? If I could find it, I read it the other day, and I don't even, Anyway, you get the point, man. A woman could sin so much more than any of us can. Because the woman is actually supposed to be in a submissive space, but she's in a masculine space, you see? And she could sin by sleeping around with millions of dudes. You know, these women could sleep with more dudes than any of us dudes could ever sleep with women. You see? And they drag men into sin. All right? It says, let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. You see? So yeah, these women are wicked out here, man. And most of these women ain't shit. You know, to be honest with it, you know, I'm not here to shit on women, especially the women of the Lord. You know, you women out here who are honest, sincere believers. All right, this video is not for you. Okay, I'm here to really to judge these wicked women, and also to help the brothers escape that you know, that wicked trap that these women put out. So let's go to Sirach 25 and 21. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. You see? Because these women, man, they dress up like that and they do all that, and basically you're committing a whole lot of sins in one without even realizing it, Yasharallah. It's not just the sin of lust. It's much deeper than that. All right? Is much deeper than the spirit of lust or the sin of lust. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the law. Let's start off. Let's go to Exodus 20. Let's go to Exodus 20. Okay, now we'll go down to 17. It says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor. Hang on, before we read that, we'll go ahead and read 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Okay, adultery is this. Okay, adultery is sleeping with another man's woman. That's adultery. Okay, that's it. Or if a woman sleeps with another man that she's not married to. See, because it's really about the man. So, because that woman belongs to another man. All right, and that's where that links up with verse 17. It says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. So covet means to want with a strong desire, right? Thou shalt not want thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. You see? You see a beautiful woman who's married to another man, you can't desire her, because that's the sin of covet. Okay? And we're going to get into it, and I'm going to uncover a lot in this video. So please watch it all the way through if you can. Nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. You see, because this sin leads to the actual act of adultery. So if you're lusting after the woman, what's the next step? You're going to sleep with her, you know? And chances are, if she looks like this, she's got a man, you see? Most of these women have men, or have had men, and have slept around. You see? So now we have the law. So now let's go to the New Testament here, and we're going to break it down even further. We're going to go to Romans 7 and 7. Okay? And it says, what shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid. See, that's for all you Christians out here who say the law is done away with. No, it's not done away with. All right? It just said it right here. Nay, I had not known sin but by the law. Okay, that's how we know what's right and wrong, Christians. All right? We didn't just pull these laws out of our ass. It was in the Old Testament. That's how we know what's right and wrong. All right? So because Yahweh Shai came and died on the cross, that means I could go out and eat pork and kill people? No, it doesn't. Anyway, that's a side tangent. So here we go. For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet. You see? So lust, or looking at a beautiful woman and really desiring her, that's actually coveting. You see? Because you want what belongs to someone else. She belongs to another man, you see? All right? She's married, right? And even if she's not technically married on paper, if she's dealing with another man, that's marriage, according to the scriptures. So if she's sleeping with somebody, that's her man. That's her husband. All right? So now we're going to go even further and we're going to break this down. Now watch this. This is where it gets deep. All right. We're going to go to Colossians 3 and 5. All right. And look at this. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection. What is inordinate affection? Let's look up the word inordinate. Unusually or disproportionately large affection. All right, so you're looking at this woman, you don't even know who she is, and you having fantasies about her. You're like, damn, you're like drooling thinking about her. That's a sin, man. That's wickedness. And let's go even further. It says evil concupiscence. What's that? Let's get that. Strong sexual desire, lust. You see? Which is the same thing as we read earlier. Covetousness, right? These two things are the same thing as this. And what is this? Covetousness? Which is idolatry. You see? And why did we go into slavery as a nation, Yasharallah? Why was it? Well, this was the main reason right here. Idolatry. You see? As soon as we turned away from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and his laws and started following other gods, we played the whore. You see? Idolatry. That's the true sin right there, man. All right? Because really, when you think about it, when you're looking at this woman, and let's say you're at a strip club or something, and you see some woman on a stage dancing, right? You throwing money at her. She's getting all this attention from other people. You know, people standing up saying, woo, you got the bouncer over there. What's that? Everyone's worshiping her, man. That's Queen of Heaven worship. That's woman worship, man. All right? That's idolatry, man. That's the true sin. The truth about lust, man. Lust is another form of idol worship, man. You know? Because when you start thinking about this and looking at this picture right here on the damn screen, all right, and I don't encourage you to look at it too long because then it's going to stay glued in your memory, man. Then you start thinking about it. Then you start dreaming about it. You see? That's why it says don't fall into that trap, man. Because that's a trap. That's gonna cause you to go off. You see? Next thing you know, the Lord ain't dealing with you no more. So we have to really, really be careful here, man. This is one of the traps that can make you brothers go off. You see? Because ultimately, you might not think it's woman worship. You might just think, well, it's just a natural urge, which it is the natural urge. But there's a point where it goes too far and it becomes idol worship. You see? And it's extremely easy in this society, Yasharallah, Esau Edom's America, all right? And really anywhere else, because America's wine has been all over the planet. So you have all these wicked ways being pushed everywhere. You see, it's very easy to fall into woman worship because everyone around you is doing it. Everywhere you go, it's the norm. And the way these women dress up, they look like demons. All right? Ain't no woman supposed to look like that, man. Everything they put on their face, the stuff they do with their hair, the clothes they wear, it's all really to get attention. All right? When really the woman is not supposed to be attention seeking. She's supposed to be hidden. You see? Like that. She's supposed to be covered up. It's a backwards society, Yasharallah. So when you go out there, there's demons trying to slay you left and right. So you got to stay safe from those demons, man. You got to put on the armor of righteousness. All right? You got to be rooted and grounded in the laws of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's why I tell you, brothers, to meditate on the law. Exodus 20, Leviticus 11, Leviticus 21, I believe, or 23. All right? But really, the main one is like Exodus 20, and little things like this in the New Testament, like Colossians 3 and 5, man. Meditate on that. All right? Because every time you commit lust, what you're really doing is you're bowing down. This is your new God. You see? And the Lord's going to fucking kill you for that, man. We went through 400 years of slavery for that shit, man. All right, and not to mention all the previous captivities. All right, you got Egyptian captivity, you got the Persian captivity. All right, you got the Greeks, the Romans, America, and there's a few more that I left out. But you get the point, man. So, what do we need to do, man? We need to stay away from this shit, man. Because yes, this is gonna happen. All right, let's go to Matthew 18:7. This is gonna happen, right? 18:7. What does it say? It says, "Woe unto the world because of offenses." So woe unto her, woe unto her, woe unto her, and everyone like these people. Woe unto them. Why? For it must needs be that offenses come, but woe to that man by whom the offense cometh. And it's not just these ladies here that are guilty. All right, you also got these people here, okay, which are the true wicked elites of this earth, okay, and you got these people here, okay, which he passed away. All right, and look at that. Nah, that's never mind. I thought it was something else. So who else? You got these guys here. And you could do your own research on these elites, man. That rule the fucking earth, and they're the ones having everything upside down and backwards, man. Look at that. I know there's more on that, but really, Google gonna cut it off, right? Right? Wicked ass motherfuckers. Anyway, so let's get back to the sea. This is how a true woman's supposed to be, man. See? This is why this world needs to be destroyed. A big part of it is women, okay? And also you got, not to mention the food is contaminated, the air is contaminated, the water in this place is contaminated, all right? You got wicked women, backwards thought process of this society, idol worship, all that shit, man. That's why this place needs to be utterly wiped out, man. So with that, we're going to go to John 8:11. All right? And by the way, I'm not saying that you can't look at a beautiful woman and because that's how you probably met your wives and stuff, is you went up and started talking. There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with going to a bar and having a conversation with a female to balance yourself out. Because I know a lot of brothers out here, they don't, there's a lot of single brothers out here, all right? And brothers is dry. Brothers is dry these days, man. Because everybody knows what's going on with social media, dating apps, and this bullshit. A lot of brothers can't even get laid, all right? And if you live somewhere, where you can't meet with a, with a harlot or whatever, get your shit off and keep it moving, right? What can you do? Ain't nothing wrong with going out there and doing that once in a while to get your rocks off real quick and then keep it moving. That's the point I'm making, is you got to keep it moving, all right? Yeah, you got to deal with women. You have to deal with women as a man to keep yourself balanced out, all right? Especially if you don't have a woman, or if your woman ain't putting out, you got to do what you got to do, but you got to keep it moving. You can't get caught up with these women. You can't worship these women. You can't lust, all right? You see a beautiful woman, you do what you got to do, and you keep it moving, all right? So with that, we're going to end it with John 8 and verse 11. She said, "No man, Lord." Let's get some context. So this woman was being condemned, right? We'll just go ahead and say this woman, so roughly paraphrasing, this woman pretty much, y'all can read the whole chapter if you want, but this woman pretty much was caught in the act of adultery by the Pharisees and whatnot, and the scribes and all that. And they were telling Yahushua, "Hey, we got to stone her." And Yahushua just started drawing on the ground. And next thing you know, we'll start here. He says, so when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, he that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. See, because these scribes, hey, all of us have sinned, all right, Yasharallah? All of us, myself included. And all the brothers that make these videos, we have sinned, and all of you out there have sinned, all right? And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Yahushua was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. All right? And here's the point. When Yahushua had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Hath no man condemned thee? John 8:11. She said, No man, Lord. And Yahushua said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. And here's the point right here, Yasharallah. Go and sin no more. You see? The Lord is merciful. All right? But we should not abuse that mercy. All right? Yahushua forgave us and said, Go and sin no more. You see? So that's the message for today, Yasharallah. Go and sin no more. All right? Now that you have the knowledge and the wisdom, all right? Go and sin no more. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying unto the hopeful elect. And until next time, I say, Shalom.